Hello everyone and welcome to our Effortless Success in Your Portable Career and Business Summit. This is Dominika Miernik, your host, and today I have a very special guest, Stephanie Ward. Stephanie is a marketing coach for global entrepreneurs who want to create a meaningful and prosperous business. She helps business owners to get clear about their business and create marketing ideas that are a perfect fit for them. So welcome, Stephanie. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Dominika. I'm very happy to be here.
I am happy too. So tell us more about you. So I know that you are from US and you are living in the Netherlands. So tell us more a little bit about you and what are you doing?
Right. So I moved to the Netherlands almost 20 years ago in 1999 to be with my Dutch guy, and we're still together and very happy. And shortly after that, I started my business, fireflycoaching.com, where I'm, as you said, helping small business owners and global nomads and entrepreneurs get more clients, gain more visibility by finding marketing strategies that are fit for them. Because as you know, if you don't like it, you probably won't do it.
Exactly, yeah. And so today you are coming with a very interesting topic, which is about how to make marketing easier by applying mindfulness.
Yes.
So what is mindfulness exactly? How can you describe it?
Well, there's so many definitions of it. You can Google and find loads of them. But for me, it just means to be present and to be mindful of your thoughts and your actions, and not to just get caught up either in the past or the future, and to really be clear about your intention. So there's a lot in there, but for me, it boils down to just awareness of yourself in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how, for example, because sometimes marketing can be stressful, can be like, you can be like overwhelmed with all the possibilities that you have to market your business, or even you can feel scared. So how can how mindfulness can help like business owners? Or,
right.
Yeah.
I picked out 7 points to focus on, just to keep it very simple. The first one is compassion. So you've probably heard that. It's a very common word. So what does that have to do with marketing? Compassion is about feeling compassion for yourself, but also for your clients. So we're all doing the best we can. You're doing the best you can. Your clients are doing the best you can. And if you can approach whatever you're doing with compassion, it feels much, much less stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And another one is openness. So being open to whatever happens. So instead of being disappointed or frustrated or even happy, so it goes both ways, to the positive and to the negative, just being open to seeing what happens with your marketing, and that when whatever happens. So if it's great, then you're like, okay, that worked. But if it doesn't work, then you say, oh, that didn't work. I'll try something different. So instead of being defeated or giving up, you're just open to experiencing whatever happens there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it very much. Yeah, because sometimes we can like get discouraged. Yeah, when marketing it's not going well, or we are rejected by a client, or we are having challenges. Yeah,
you take it personally, and it's not about you. You know, it could just be a simple tweak of the price or the length or the type of the product. So there's so many. Try to find the lesson is the key in that one, to being open. Mm-hmm. And another one is about intention. So instead of having the intention, I have to go out there and I have to make a sale, and my intention is I have to make a new connection. If you change your intention, I'll give you 2 examples. For example, if you had, I need new clients, that's the situation. And you changed your intention from I have to make her buy to I need to find out if buying is right for her or not. Mm-hmm. That totally changes the conversation and the experience of it. Same thing with if you were going to a networking event and you thought, oh, I have to tell everyone about my product or my service. You can switch that and say, I want to learn something new. That takes all the pressure off, and you're more in an active listening mode and a curious mode. And then things will happen more naturally than if you're out there trying to push yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like changing your intentions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a simple shift, but it's amazing the power that has, because it changes everything about the way you show up and everything about your own personal feelings and your stress levels, which you mentioned before as well.
Yes, because sometimes, for example, when we are going to a networking event, or even when we are having a conversation with potential clients, we can feel stressed and nervous. But like changing your thinking, or like setting up your intentions in a different way can really help, like to make this experience like less stressful, let's say.
Yes, and it's a switch of energy. So it takes everything away from the focus on me, and it turns it outwards towards people. And that's always more relaxing and fun. So.
Yeah. So what else? So we have.
And another way to be,
Yeah. So what are like other strategies? So
we had compassion, openness, intention. A fourth one is connection. And I like to use that word actually in place of marketing. You can just, if you don't like the word marketing and it stresses you out and it feels not easy, then just use the word connection, because honestly, that's all marketing is. It's about building relationships over time with people that you connect with. So if you just focus on connecting with people, finding out about them, listening, engaging, that's all you have to do. It's that simple.
Yeah, I like it, because sometimes, like thinking about marketing in a different way, also like connecting. It's not marketing. It's like starting a new relationship, and then maintaining these relationships with potential clients, with people, or with people who can help you. Yeah, so connection, I like it very much instead of marketing. Yeah,
it feels good. It just feels more relaxed, and it's actually more fun too. And then another way to bring mindfulness into your marketing is to focus on acceptance. And this one is a little bit tricky, because let's say things don't go the way you want. When I say accept it, it doesn't mean that you just give up and you say, well, okay, I accepted it, didn't work, so now I'll do nothing. It means that you come from a place where it's of clarity and not anger or emotion, that you say, okay, I accept this is what happened. And from that place of clarity, then you can choose how to move forward next, instead of from a place of resentment or sadness or frustration. Yeah, it's a bit of a shift again, that you're thinking more about how can I just learn the lesson here, what we talked about before with the openness, learning a lesson, and then make a new decision. So if that didn't work, we'll just try something else. Because in the end, and I say this all the time, marketing is just a giant experiment. We're all just testing things out and trying things and seeing what works. And it's an ongoing process. Another way that you can stay mindful with your marketing is to stay in the present moment. And this is a great lesson, of course, for life as well as business. But if you're always worried about what happened in the past, oh, this didn't work before, it probably won't work again, or you're worried about the future, what if I do this program and no one signs up, then you're not in the present moment. You're in the past dreading what happened, or the future worrying what possibly could happen. So if you actually stay in the present moment, you'll be much more at peace and much more relaxed. And it doesn't mean you can't make plans for the future. Of course, you need to plan for your business and you need to plan for future marketing. But if you do it from a place of being in the present moment, that's what makes all the difference in the world, because you're more clear and you're more peaceful. And then you can map out what you want to do in the future.
Yes, because sometimes we tend like to overthink. Know what happened in the past and what will happen in the future. So I am guilty of that. I am always like overthinking. Yes, what happened in the past and what's going to happen in the future. But it's very important, like to stay in the present moment, as you said.
Yeah. Well, I like your point about the overthinking part. I mean, of course, it's important to measure your marketing and to pay attention and think about it, but you don't want to overthink it. So it's like, once you've given it a thorough examination, you have to be willing to take that step and say, okay, I've looked at it. Let's move forward. Let's try this. Again, it's an experiment, and see what happens, and then adjust as you go. That's a great tip.
Yes. So like, which one of those let's say mindfulness strategies how can I know which one is the best for me, like for my own situation? Can I do them all, or can I practice them all, or can I like focus on one? And how should I know which one is the best for me?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it depends on the person and also the situation. So in theory, of course, you could use all of them all of the time, but that might be a bit overwhelming. What you could do is just keep them in front of you. And when a situation comes up with your marketing, you're feeling frustrated, have a look and see which one will help me the most in this situation at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And then have a look at that. You could also turn it the other way around and just say, okay, I'm going to try to be present in my marketing at all times and see how that works for you. So I think you could actually do a combination of both. Maybe pick one to focus on for a week or for a month, and then pick a new one. And then also, if you were struggling with a situation with your marketing, that you take a look at all the ways to be more mindful and just say, at this moment, which one resonates with me? Which one can I apply now that's going to help me the most?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good point to add the last one, which is patience, because that's really hard. People are always promising these crazy things on the internet of do this and overnight you'll have success. And of course, that's just not true. It takes time. Marketing takes time because marketing is about connecting and building relationships, and relationships take time. So give yourself a break, as long as you're being consistent and your intentions are strong and you're in the present moment. Keep going, and over time you will get results. But that patience is so important. Just think about, literally the farmer planting their seeds. You don't put a seed in the ground and see a flower the next day. It takes time, it needs watering, it needs sunshine. So you have to be patient as well.
Yeah, that's very important. Like, especially at the beginning when you are starting, and you don't know exactly what is your marketing strategy, and like there are like a lot of mentors and a lot of opportunities and possibilities that we have now, like to follow and to apply in our businesses. So yeah, it can be like overwhelming, and you want to achieve the results as soon as possible. Yeah, you want to get like your first client, the next client, or like having a successful coaching program, or launching your product in a successful way. Yeah, and then you can get frustrated. So like, what to do in those kind of situations, like when you are not getting results from your marketing strategy?
Well, I think one thing to always keep in mind is, again, it takes time, but if you're not getting results, you can do two things. Just take a look and see what you're doing, what is working. A lot of times we don't go back and reflect on what has actually worked. We're doing all these different things, and then we're like, well, wait, what's working? You have to go back and look, where did my clients come from? Where did that first client come from? Where are these people that are finding out about my newsletter? How did they find out about it? And so actually taking a look at what's working and doing more of that, and then also amplifying consistency. I mentioned that earlier, but when you find the things that work, you need to do them more often and do more of them. And consistency, I know it's not sexy or exciting, but it really does work and it pays off. So sometimes you just have to trust the process and be committed and just say, okay, I'm just going to keep doing this, and know that it will pay off in the end. And then one more thing you can do, which seems counterintuitive, if you're feeling like just down or frustrated or like, gosh, it's not going right, is to reach out and help someone else. So not to try to get a paying client, but just reach out to a friend, reach out to a prospect, reach out to someone in your network and say, can I help you with something? Or I saw you're working on this project. Can I give you a tip? But actually to give something in the moment that you need it actually can make you feel a lot better.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, because you can get very frustrated, but like helping someone else can like uplift you. Yeah, and you can feel you can feel better. So I like this advice, and also like, so how to, because sometimes, so I know that like consistency is very important in your business, doing things that are working for you in a consistent way, but sometimes how to be consistent, because there are sometimes you can have challenges, like for example you are scheduling your blog posts or preparing your content for a month, and so how to stick to your like how to be consistent on a permanent basis, let's say.
Right. Well, I think it's a little bit different for everyone because we all have different triggers, but the bottom line is you have to schedule it in. So whether you use an online schedule or a paper schedule, you have to sit down and map out what you're committed to doing marketing wise, whether it's sending out your newsletter, writing a blog post, hosting a webinar, whatever it is, schedule that in. Then make sure you schedule in time to actually do it. And then also increase the time that you think that it will take you to do that. And then block those out. And that's non-negotiable. So you don't just erase it if something else comes up. That you commit to yourself in your calendar that you're going to do it. And also to look at it as a commitment that if you're willing to commit to yourself as strongly as you are to commit to others, that's something that you really have to embrace as a business owner. You cannot put yourself last. You cannot put your plans and actions last. So two things are, one is to schedule, and two, to be as committed to yourself as you are to other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's all like about being commitment to your vision. Yeah,
absolutely. You can't just say, well, it just didn't happen, or I'm just going to let it go. You have to, and I really do think it helps when you schedule, because you can see, if you block out the time, how much time is actually needed, and it forces you to evaluate how you're spending your time and if this is the best use of your time, and to really get an overview of what's going on. As long as it's just floating around your head, oh, next week I have to write a blog post, and you don't have it in your calendar, it can easily slide off the list.
Scheduling and commitment. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
very important. Yeah, so like what like effortless success means to you?
Well, I think people always find, you've heard that term flow. And that's, to me, is also effortlessness. It's like when you're in your flow, it feels effortless. It feels right. You feel like you're making your biggest contribution. So to me, it means doing work that you love and being able to deliver that to people that really value it and can benefit from it. So it shouldn't be a struggle. It doesn't have to be a struggle. And it doesn't have to be painful. If you stay connected to your true brilliance and how you can add value, and to do it in a way, which we talked about at the very beginning, marketing wise, that fits for you. So if you hate writing, don't write blog posts, make video, right? If you love video, don't worry about writing. There's a way to make for everyone that fits for them, that will support them, so that they can get the message out. That's the key. Effortless business means that you get to do it in your own way, and that it will work for you, and that it doesn't feel forced. And and then knowing that it's absolutely possible. That's the key to believing and knowing. You just have to find those things that work for you.
Great, beautiful. Yes, Stephanie. So thank you very much for sharing your experience with us, tips about mindfulness and marketing. So tell us more. Where can we find information about you? And I also know that you have a fantastic free gift for our listeners or people who are watching the video.
Yes, you can find everything about me at fireflycoaching.com. That's my website. Blog posts and articles there. My social media is all Firefly Coaching. And at my website, you can find my free special report. That's the gift that you mentioned, 7 steps to attract more clients in less time. And it's a really in-depth look at these 7 steps that you can actually implement, practical tips to get more clients.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing your fantastic gift and for being with us today. And thank you very much for listening, or if you are watching the video version. So please tell us what are your thoughts and your comments about this interview. Come on over to our Facebook group and share your thoughts with us. And if you have any questions about mindfulness and marketing, and I will be back soon with another fantastic guest. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Bye.